Welcome back, guys, to another video, another edition of your morning workout talk, brought to you by your one and only Literary Pharaoh. How about that intro? I think that intro is better, right? Versus me going, Literary Pharaoh! Yo. But yeah, I had a good workout this morning. Me and my wife, we did our thing. We did some ladder work with these heavy, I guess you call them medicine balls. Like, rather than doing like jump squats, but we're doing the jump squats with the heavy balls. I used a 25 pounder as I was doing mine for 30 seconds. My wife had 15 pounds, I believe. And we did that. And then we rested for 5 seconds after we did that for 30 seconds. Then we did burpees. That's one round. Then we rest for 20 seconds, go back at it again, 30 seconds with the jump squats with the medicine ball, 5-second rest, 30-second burpees, 20-second rest. So we did that. That was just one circuit. We did about 3 circuits of different HIIT workouts. And I can't even remember everything that we did, but I was sweating a lot. That's a good thing. So yeah, that's what we did, and that's my morning coffee. A lot of people say, do you drink coffee? I say, no, that's what I do in the morning is my coffee. There's nothing more natural than using your own biochemistry and your own mindset when you have it fixed towards something to be the propellant to get you where you need to be. We don't need chemicals. Well, I believe a lot of people are fixated on coffee because it's twofold. It serves two functions. A lot of people would drink coffee because of the taste, the added sugar and the creamer, but they also get a sort of a boost due to the caffeine. But it's sort of a convoluted mixture that works against each other. It becomes like a contradictory of a concoction, because sugar is really a downer. Sugar does get your energy up, but you end up crashing, which is very sort of peculiar in that sense that you're drinking coffee. Because if you drink coffee just raw without any added sugar or creamer, then you're going to get the effects of the chemical caffeine keeping you up. But when you pour in a lot of sugar, which a lot of people do, they pour in a lot of sugar, then what you're going to essentially get is a sugar high and a sugar rush mixed in with the effects of caffeine. But afterwards, you're going to feel very, very lethargic and sleepy. And I remember years ago, many years ago, I tried drinking coffee, and it just made me feel more sleepy, really. I feel actually more sleepy. I don't think my body works well with what the average person takes. Like, I remember just when I would try things that other people would try, it just wouldn't, maybe because I'm not used to it, maybe because their minds and bodies are used to it, because you can trick your mind into accepting something that's not naturally good for it, and over time your body starts to accept that thing that's not naturally good for it. Your body starts to accept it and say, oh, it's good for me. And that's when you've totally inverted your whole sequence of thought. Because even logic and sense has a sequence. It has to go through certain processes, and when you start making yourself believe that something that's bad for you is good for you, then you're in a very, very bad situation. So yeah, I've never been into coffee, but yeah, that's my morning coffee, my workout. It just gives me energy, and yeah. And the older I'm getting, I'd rather do, like, I'm really now officially not now, I think I've been that way for quite some time, but a morning person is the best person to be. A lot of people say I'm not a morning person. Well, that only means that your nights are not structured. If you're going to bed on time and you're not eating super late and you're not drinking alcohol and you're very strict with your diet, I don't think that being a morning person is a hard thing. I just think that being a morning person is hard for people who work overnights. It depends on your work shift. But if you're getting off of work late, then it's going to be hard to be a morning person. But the earlier the better. Your day, when you start your day early, your days are longer. And then you sleep better. Your body wants to put you in that optimal circadian rhythm that permits your body to function at the levels that it needs to function at. Optimally. I mean the best. So you're going to naturally feel sleepy around 8ish or 9. Don't fight the sleep, just go to sleep, because your body wants to wake you up early again. It's a natural process, because when the sun, sets and it starts to get dark, the harmonious mixture between serotonin and melatonin work together. Melatonin is supposed to make you sleepy, and serotonin gives you the energy to stay up when you need to stay up. But they work together. You can't have too much melatonin, because you'll be too tired and too lethargic, and sometimes you'll be so tired that you sleep too much and then you can't sleep. So there's a mixture. There's a way that the hormone of serotonin and melatonin work together. The serotonin component is good when you have the sun in the day. The serotonin is what keeps you up, keeps you awake, but the serotonin is what helps your melatonin, because as you're up, you're burning, you're excreting a certain amount of energy needed in order for you to be tired enough to go to sleep peacefully and gracefully. So without serotonin, it's hard for melatonin to function. So you need both. Yeah. Early morning workouts and just doing anything early is good. I would implore many of you guys that are listening to me now, start something early in the morning. Like if you go to work, if you have to be at work at 7, you have to insert a degree of discipline in your life to start waking up 3 hours before you go to work. And you say, wow, man, that's crazy. Why would I wake up at 4 if I have to be at work at 7? Or why would I wake up at 5 or 4:30 if I have to be at work at 7:30? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because you can't make everything about your job. You can't put a heavy sense of priority on waking up to be on time for your slave job, but you won't put enough time for your body job or for your temple. Which is more important? Your job, because they pay you money, something that doesn't have value, or your temple or your body? Which one has more value? If your health is truly your wealth, why are you spending so much time trying to be on time for work, making sure you're getting up for that, but you won't make sure you get up and do something for yourself before you go to that slave job? You see, our work is cut out for us, and I get it. I'm not saying that it's easy. It's much easier to stay in bed and just wake up when it's time for work. And some of you guys are like, it's not that serious, but yes, it is that serious. You're a damn liar if you're saying that it's not that serious. No, it's very serious. As a matter of fact, it's much more serious than I'm letting on. I'm being very conservative in the way I'm conveying this message. No, it's very, very serious. If you wake up every day to go to work 5 days a week, and some people work more than 5 days a week, but let me just say 5 days a week, 5 days a week for the average man. If you're waking up 5 days a week to go to your job, right? And you're putting forth the effort to do well at your job. You want to rest, you want to sleep so you can get up and go to work. That's fine. But there's nothing wrong with getting up a little bit earlier to do something for yourself. Whether it's meditating, yoga, a little bit of a workout, go walking in the morning, do something, man. Do something. Don't do it after work. It's better when you do it in the morning because you're energized. All right? So we have to start prioritizing what's more important. We get it. We have to go to work, and I get that. I'm going to work right now. So for me to say don't go to work, that would be me being totally hypocritical of the message that I'm trying to convey to you guys. But what I'm trying to get across is that you can't get away from working, but you can also apply that same mental metric and say to yourself, I can't get away from taking care of myself before I go to work. You have to apply the same frequency of energy to both reference. You can't put all your focus on job, and then abandon yourself. You can't do that. That's exactly what the system wants. It drives people to a state of stress, gets you hooked up to pharmaceutical drugs. Then you're left hopeless. Then you're left running to religious centers and praying for Jesus to help you and save your life. where you haven't done shit for yourself? How can you sit there and get on your knees like a damn beggar, like a slave, asking for an unknown entity that you do not know to help you when you have not done anything for yourself? You haven't done anything for yourself. You haven't even started the process. But now you want somebody to help you. Help you with what? Don't you guys know the statistics with the lottery? And I'm going to go off of a different subject here, but I'm going to make everything connect here so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. There are a lot of people who are lazy, deadbeats, who have no drive, no ambition, no purpose in life. Lazy ass people who sit on their asses all day. They don't do anything, but they want handouts. These are the kind of people that play the lottery every damn day. And unfortunately, at times, these kind of people win the lottery. But what happens when they win the lottery? What happens to these people when they win the lottery? Oh, they get rich, literary pharaoh. Yeah, they get rich, but for a short period of time. It's short-lived. Why is it for a short period of time? Doesn't matter how much the millions are. It could be mega millions or whatever it is. I don't play the lottery, so I don't give a shit about the names of it. But whatever the millions that it is, and let's say they win the lottery. Why do the people who win this money in a short period of time, why do they end up being broke in a short period of time? Because they were lazy to begin with. They had no purpose. They had no discipline. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys, that you can't ask for somebody to help you when you yourself are not helping yourself. Most people, they just need guidance. They're not seeking a handout. Handouts, to me, they handicap people. They handicap your drive. They handicap the ambition. It kills the incentive to do for yourself. It takes away, it marginalizes the essence of struggle. Because struggle in a way is virtuous, because when you struggle, you end up valuing what you struggle to get. Getting things easily sort of makes you a person that doesn't value certain things. You don't take things seriously. You take things for granted because things came easy. So a person who has a lazy mentality, and to me, laziness is a disease. It's truly a disease. It's a medical disease. It's a disease. It's not, oh, it's a will thing. Oh, they don't want to know. It's a disease. It's a disease because it's dealing with the mental faculties, and mentality and thinking are driven by hormones and chemicals. And if you have a chemical imbalance or you have a hormonal imbalance, then you're going to be a lazy person. If your body functions and your biochemistry are all functioning at the levels that they need to function at, you're going to be naturally ambitious. That's just a part of the human bent. The human proclivity is to strive, to evolve, to continually be better. Even in the process of procreation, we procreate hoping that our creation is better than us. And then our creation is hoping that their creation is better than them. You try to evolve. It's a natural process. It's inevitable. You can't escape that. So if you have a person who's naturally lazy, but they're praying for some entities to come help, no, you're not going to get help. You're not going to get help. If I was a God, I wouldn't help you. Fuck, I'm going to help you for? You're not doing shit for yourself. The little that I've given you, you haven't done anything with that. So yes, I know there are many excuses that go into the fact that I can't do this in the morning. I can't work out in the morning. I can't eat healthy. No, stop telling yourself you can't, number one. You can. You're just making a choice not to. The first process to sustaining a lifestyle of discipline is to just start. Just start. How about you just start? Don't look, oh, I gotta do this for the rest of my life. No. Do it for one day. And if you do it well for one day, wake up the next day, I'm gonna do it again. You do it again, wake up and do it again. Wake up and do it again. 4 days. Wake up and do it again. 5 days. I'm telling you, the cells in your body, those 50 trillion cells in your body, will start to align in a uniformed approach. And they start to listen to the master voice. The master voice is your thoughts. And then your thoughts influence your mind. Then your mind influences your body. But you have to start first. Yes, your 50 trillion cells are all over the place, because all the 50 trillion cells that your body is made up of, they're all individuals. Okay? All your cells operate individually, but they do come together as one in thought. When you think something, your cells align. In that moment, they abandon their ability of sovereign individuality. So act like you have 50 trillion voices in your body, but the only time they come together to work together as one is when you think of something. So your thoughts are very important. So stop telling yourself that I can't. Because when you tell yourself you can't, it was preceded by a thought that put forth that word or lingo in your brain to put forth the verbiage of I can't. Because before you speak, it has to come in thought. The thought precedes the words. The thought precedes the mind precedes the words. Thought, mind, word. So stop telling yourself you can't. And even if you believe in your head that you can't, just lie to yourself and tell yourself that you can. Start lying to yourself. For once, start lying to yourself. Because actually, when you start lying to yourself, you're actually telling yourself the truth. Because you can do something if you put your mind to it. You know, when we were younger, we used to tell kids that you can be whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it. That's actually true. Is that we grow up, we become so negative-minded, we become so oppressed and compressed by the system that we're under. We get besieged by so much negativity that surrounds us that it affects our frequency. We start emitting low vibrational actions. Our vibes are low. So when people say the words, you can be whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it, because you couldn't succeed, then you end up trying to tell other people, I'm keeping it real, you really can't be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it because blah, 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 blah. You start to give all these excuses. Well, that's you. Don't put your failures on other people. What I do in the morning is nothing. If you want to compare, there are people that do greater things than I do. I'm not saying that I'm a great person, but if you can't discipline yourself to take care of yourself, all you have is yourself. You can die today. McDonald's and Burger King and KFC and Popeye's chicken will still exist after you're dead. Okay, let's get that straight. If you can't make the time and the effort to take care of yourself, then why the hell should a God or any entity that you're praying to listen to you? I've given you life. I've given you a mind. I've given you the ability to make decisions. And I've also given you other voices outside of me. I've sent you messengers to tell you how to get on the right path, or give you the guidance, or give you the compass of how to get on the right path. And yet, you're telling me what you can't do? Get the hell out of my face. You just don't want to. I tell people all the time, the hardest thing about anything that you do is to get started. Once you get started, the body moves in motion. You know, a body that's in motion stays in motion. If a body that sits still, you stay still. The longer you wait, the longer you procrastinate, then you're always going to be late. The longer you wait, the longer you procrastinate, then you're always going to be late. You say, what do you mean, literary pharaoh, that you're always going to be late? Well, it means that you're always going to be late to your breakthrough. You're never going to be on time to anything. You're always going to miss out on opportunities. You're always going to, when something was there, you say, oh, only if I was here earlier, it's gone. Only if I started this a year ago, it's gone. Whatever you want is always going to be fleeting. It's going to be always, you're never going to be able to capture it. It's always going to escape you. No excuses, guys. Do something. I'm not saying go to the gym, be a bodybuilder, but you have to make a conscious effort to take care of your mind, body, and soul. That's the only way you can operate at your best self. You cannot be your best self if you're not your best self. And if you're thinking that you're your best self, then you're delusional. It's an incongruous admission. It's incongruous because it's not aligned. Your biochemistry in your body is saying, no, I'm effed up. But you're telling yourself, no, that I'm okay. That's a conflict. You're not even aligned with yourself. You're not even at peace with yourself. One part is unhealthy, but you're making yourself believe that you are healthy, and you're trying to perform actions and put forth behavior that comes forth as a person that's healthy, but you're not healthy. You're not. That's why you get angry and aggravated. That's why you can't think clearly. That's why you have brain fog. That's why your sex life is dead. That's why you have low self-esteem. That's why you keep spending money on things to sort of fill the void that you have, but that void could be filled with things that are priceless. How about taking care of your temple, and your temple will be good to you? It's a reciprocating principle. What you put forth comes back to you. You can only get back what you put in. You put in shit, you get back shit. You don't take care of yourself, then your body won't take care of you. It goes that way. It's a boomerang effect. It comes back to you. Yo-yo. You put it out, it comes back. You put it out, it comes back. The same velocity in which you put it out, it comes back to you. How hard you go, it comes back to you. No matter how hard it was to get up in the morning, no matter how hard your workout was, no matter how much you felt like quitting, do believe me, it'll come back to you in a good way, tenfold. You abandon the junk food, you stop eating the processed garbage, you start eating foods that are plant-based, things that are grown, start cooking your food. Yes, I say start cooking your own food, because you can't trust all these restaurants. It'll come back to you tenfold. Your body will be happy. You'll see the difference. You think that you're alive now. You don't know what being alive is like. You don't know. And I'm speaking from personal experience. See, it's a way that the mind tricks you to make you believe that the state you're in is okay because that's normal, because that's all you know. When you lack a state of comparison or a state of distinction, when you lack that, I call that when you have that, it's actually a privilege to have that level of distinction, because now you can compare. Comparing is not necessarily a bad thing. Comparing kind of lets you know where you're at. If you lack that mode of distinction in your life to have that comparison, then you're always going to think that the state that you're in is the best state that you can be in. And that's a lie, because you haven't even tried to see what the other part is like, how it is when you change your lifestyle. So yeah, that's my morning workout talk, guys. I want to keep this short as I can. I don't want to go into the 30-minute mark. Thank you guys for listening. And again, I'm just here to try to motivate you to understand that your health is your wealth. I don't want you guys to think that I'm beating people down. I'm not. I don't like people to give excuses. I just like for people to try. Just try. Try. Just try. Just start. Just start. And I'm not a nutritionist. There's too much information online about healthy eating. There's too much plant-based stuff out there. If you choose not to go that route, it's because you're choosing not to go that route. It's not because you can't do it. You're just unwilling to do it because you don't want to change your diet. You want to keep eating those junk foods because those chemicals in those junk foods has caused you to be an addict. You're addicted to the chemicals in the foods. You're not addicted to nutritionally dense foods. You're addicted to chemicals. You're a drug addict. You're getting the drugs. You're getting the chemicals through the foods. We're mood eaters. We eat off of mood. That's why when people are stressed, they go to sugars. But not knowing that sugar only increases your cortisol and makes you more fat and gives you more subcutaneous fat around your belly area. You wonder why you can't fit in those pants. We got to stop, guys. We got to look good. We got to feel good. We got to perform good. All right? We are gods. We are generators, organizers, and dispensers of our own reality. G-O-D. That's what we are. Generator, organizer, and dispenser of your own reality. Why not have the best reality that you could dispense if you're in control of it? If you generate it, why not generate the best outcome? Why not generate the best output? All right? Why function at a minimal? Why marginalize your capacity? Because of laziness? Because of comfortability? That's what you're seeking? You think life is about seeking comfort. Okay. Continue to seek comfort. You'll die comfortably too. You'll die comfortably. No, life is a battle. Life is a struggle. Life is a struggle. And you always have to do something. Now, most of the things that I'm asking people to do, it may take 45 minutes to an hour of your day. I'm not saying you have to work out 6 hours a day. That's crazy. You're not an Olympian. I'm not talking about a person that's training for some athletic feat that's way above what the average man can do. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the basics, taking care of yourself. If you can wake up in the morning and brush your damn teeth, then you better believe you can wake up in the morning and work out and take care of your temple. You can't brush your teeth and abandon your temple. You can't brush your teeth and abandon your body. You can't brush your teeth and wipe your ass after you take a shit and abandon your body. You can't take a shower and abandon your body. You say, well, no, taking a shower is taking care of my body. That's cleaning your body. There's much more to it than cleaning your body. You have to keep your body in shape. Keep it moving. All right, guys, take care. Leave a comment to me what you guys think. Peace. Remember, your health is your wealth.